It's really hard to accomplish things and be productive when your dog husband is this handsome. First thing we are about to make from my cookbook for the Pizzagaina is this almond ricotta cheese. That's what I call it. We've got our ingredients ready to go. Brand new food processor, which I'm so excited about. So you're gonna add in and spill your almonds everywhere. Great start. Got some water, little pinchy pinch of pink salt, about a teaspoon of olive oil, some garlic powder. We usually buy garlic powder in bulk and my dad refills these containers. I object because I kind of wish they were glass, and I'll save my Frontier Co-op containers and refill those and relabel them, but for some reason, he is emotionally attached to these Spice Classics plastic containers. You're just gonna let this baby blend. She's looking thick, she's looking dreamy. So we're gonna put this in a container, I'm gonna store it. I'm gonna be assembling this Pizzagaina in the next couple days, kind of just making one thing at a time. So next we're gonna work on the ham. First thing we have to do for the ham is slice up some onion and garlic and saute it. I know this onion's looking kind of funky. We still love him. Gonna just cut that part off. And then while I'm doing that, I'm also soaking sun-dried tomatoes, which are gonna go in the ham region. And we make our own sun-dried tomatoes too. So we've got some that were left over in the fridge. That's just some oil that had solidified a little bit with some fresh rosemary. These are dry, we buy them at the store, and then you can just soak them to rehydrate them and then put them in oil, or you could just, I don't know, whatever you want, but that's just what I do. So these are gonna soak while we saute this situation, and then I'll show you what's next. Olive oil and soy sauce in the pan, onions chopped up. I've got a garbage bowl on deck so I don't have to keep running marathons to get to my garbage can. It's also just super convenient. And you can give these onions a super rough chop because they're gonna all go in the blender. Garlic's going in. Always wipe the top of your cans before you use them. My grandpa taught me that. This towel is now trash. Garlic and onions are sauteed and good to go. I added everything else into my blender, and it's basically everything that you see here. Chickpeas all thrown in here with the sun-dried tomatoes. And we're gonna blend this up and then add our dry ingredients. If you want the measurements and everything, you have to buy a copy of my book, and then you can make this yourself. This day's been a little chaotic. I'm in between Zoom calls and interviews, but I wanted to show you how I roll out the ham part that comes next. So, all right, so I made the wet situation in here, as you guys saw like 2 seconds ago. And then I'm adding some Vital Wheat gluten. You can order this on Amazon. This is the cheapest way to get Vital Wheat gluten, which is for seitan, which is what we're making. Have it in a bowl here. And again, I'm doubling all of this so it looks like a lot, but I'm just doing that because we like to have vegan ham on deck for sandwiches as well as for this dish. Okay. And now I'm just gonna add this in here. I'm gonna mix this all together. I was kind of hoping we would have some gloves because the color of this kind of stains your hands a tiny bit, which is not a big deal. It comes off. If I hop on another call and my hands are like orange, it's not gonna look very cute. Just gonna go for it. See what I mean? It's not anything crazy, but that little bit of orange. So you wanna knead this until it gets kind of an elasticity, which you can kind of see in the texture. Then you're gonna grab a sharp knife. I'm just gonna cut this in half. Again, I'm doubling this, so that's why I'm dividing it in half, but if your steamer is small, then you might also have to just reduce the size a little bit. Don't worry about it being like a perfect little log. You're just going to put it on the foil however you want. For some reason, this overwhelms me. Can't figure out the configuration. And then you're just going to kind of tuck them in. And there you have it. Now they're gonna hang in here for a long time. This is my DIY steaming situation. So if you don't have like some kind of steaming system arrangement, you just get a pot, fill it with some water, put whatever you're steaming in a colander, and then cover it with a lid. Let this come to a boil and then reduce it to a simmer, and we will see you in an hour. The hams are done steaming. They steamed for an hour, and then I let them cool off for a while because they're like molten lava when they finish. And they're still wrapped. They expand a little bit, so it's kind of snug in the foil now. So this is what it looks like. The next step, you score the top of this, you make X's, and then you put little cloves, whole cloves, in each X, and you bake it. And I have this glaze that I made after it's baked and come out of the oven. Then that has to cool completely, and then you can have your way with the ham. So we will touch base tomorrow. I'll show you the next step of this, and we're just gonna keep trucking through until we have an epic Pizzagaina. And then you're gonna pop it in the oven and bake for 30 minutes. Day 3, we're back at it. Don't need this anymore. So this added to all these cheeses is what's going to create the filling for in here. Mixed up this vegan egg with some ice cold water. Kind of smells like ass. Gonna add this chopped up cheese to it.
I highly recommend this recipe. It smells like farts up until the end. And then it smells amazing.
Exactly. Who can say where the road goes? I basically made the filling as well as the dough. The dough is relatively simple. I roll them out into discs so that we'll flatten them into discs. So it's a lot easier to work with after you chill them for 30 minutes. Buona Pasqua, happy Easter. We are going to finally finish this Pizzagaina. It's been a week. My friend Lauren brought me these flowers yesterday too. Camera died, so we switched to the phone.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are about to brunch it up. My mom's in the background being a creep with a bunch of bread. We'll zoom in. If you like this video, subscribe. If you want to try making this, it's in my cookbook, Mangiamo. I'll link it in the description. And that's it.